and he has a very nice art in designing restoration over implants. Welcome, and we are interesting to see your.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the invitation. I wanna to give a special thank you to you, Bazem, to invite me. Thank you. Let's go to start. We are ready to start. Can I go on through?
Let's go.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to have a little presentation of me. I'm a dental technician working in Italy, especially in this place called Riccione. Yes, it's a beautiful place for tourism. In this moment, we have a little bit problem, like everybody in the world, with this virus. Hopes everything gonna pass as soon as we can. Go back to what is our talk of this morning. We will talk about design aesthetic restoration of implant, but our focus is on the single tooth restoration, and we are gonna see which solution can we adopt to simulate a good restoration. First of all, we have to clear that implant is not a natural tooth. That means that we have to consider the restoration on implants different from what is the restoration on natural tooth, because in implants are involved factors that makes our work really different. This morning, of course, I'm not gonna talk about surgery or how to choose the kind of implants, but because it's not my job, but is really correlated to what we do, because the position, the diameter, the precision, the emergence of implant are strictly correlated to our job. After all, the goal of our prosthetic restoration is the prosthesis, and we are the one who built this restoration. For this reason, we have to work very close to the surgery, to the dentist, or to the prosthesis, dental prosthesis. Okay, let's have a look to all the possibility we have to choose an abutment and crown to put on the implant. Our focus this morning will be on aesthetic restoration. We don't care this morning about full arch restoration or Toronto restoration of any kind, because it's a different way to think about that. This morning we are going to talk of single tooth restoration on implant. we can do this kind of restoration in different ways with different system. We have the three-part restoration that include implant, abutment, and crown. And we have the possibility to have also this restoration made on implant in two parts, in which the implant support an abutment and crown in one piece. And also we can have, but is not less frequently, an implant with abutment connected in one piece, and in which we are gonna put on it a crown. How in the market there are different kind of abutment. There are the stock abutment and custom abutment, which is the main difference. In the stock abutment, we have a shape made on the medium, and we cannot change a lot. We have to work with the standard shape, with some geometry, and sometimes it's difficult to put in a right order to create a natural anatomy. In the custom abutment, on the other side is made from lab, from dental technician, and is made on the shape and dimension and aesthetic of the designed tooth. For this is better for us to work with the custom abutment. Of course, the difference is the stock abutment have a low price, of course, because it's made from the factory, and in order to make less prices. In the customer abutment, that is the best choice for us, is possible to do in different material, titanium, gold, zirconia, or lithium silicate, monolithic in lithium silicate or zirconia, and even in total zirconia. The total zirconia has been discussed for some problem that we can have in a connection between the titanium implant and zirconia abutment. There are few studies that demonstrates that the connection between titanium abutment and implant is less resistant than the titanium. For this reason, in the last time, is been put in a corner, and only a few dentists put this kind of restoration. In truth, I have to say that we did a few of these, and still are in mouth and work very well. What is the best solution to be on the side of sure is the use of T-base abutment. What is the T-base abutment? The T-base abutment is a connection between implant and crown. It can be made in different material. The base is always in titanium, and up on it we can choose to do a post or a monolithic crown, or a crown, a small crown layered in micro layer. We have a lot of solution. What's important is that the connection between crown and implant is is metal to metal, titanium to titanium, and we can screw it very easily, and we can be sure that the connection will have a long life. The connection between post or crown, monolithic crown, is been done by cement. The cement is a resin cement that give us a strong connection between the two pieces. There are a lot of TVs on the market made in different shape and with different design. Let's have a look on some features that these TVs must have to be considered resistant. The first of all is the highness. It's been done a study in which is demonstrated that the average highness of a crown and abutment restoration over implant is about 8.53 millimeters, and this is really important for the bending effect and resistance of the restoration on the implant. Most of the TVs or on the market are really doesn't reach this highness and put on risk our restoration. There is also some study that has been done to use highness and diameter of the restoration on this that we can calculate. If you are interested, we will send you all this chart, because if this feature doesn't respect, we can have some failure. This is one of my crown. Trust of the mailing center, and of course after a month we have this result. Is really evident that the highness of the TBs is not enough compared to the highness of the crown. The bending effect may make this fracture. Another feature of these TBs is the soft design. Here is demonstrate that in design really sharp, we have a concentration of stress, and this can create some fracture or can create some gap between the restoration and the base abutment. Another things is the cement leaking round and the sharp shape makes possible to have a distribution and a linkage of cement during the cementation of the restoration. Another important thing is the anti-rotation spot that must assure to us an anti-rotation and stability during the cementation of the restoration when the load is put on our restoration. Another one future can be the surface that can be sandblasted in a different way, but the mainly is this. So now let's have a look and how to choose and how to do this kind of restoration. This is a single implant on the central after an accident. The patient lose his central incisor, and the dentist put the implant. This is after a few months. The integration of implant was really good, and it took the impression and passed this impression to us. We develop the model, and first things that we do, as always in every kind of restoration, we are going to do a workshop, a design of the restoration in wax or made now designed by CAD. But what's important is, before to start, to know where we have to go and how we have the shape and the measure, because if it's necessary, we can pre-visualize the result, and if there is something to change, we can do in this moment. In this moment, we can do everything. For this workshop or digital workshop is indispensable. After this, we are going to create an abutment. In this case, we decide to do a cemented crown for two reasons. The first was because the screw channel was just a little bit vestibular. The second, the dentist and I decided to have much more material in the crown. This is our return. The abutment was zirconia. What is really important is the design of the contour of the abutment. we can see how horizontal going, and this is to give support to the soft tissue, and we can manage in a proper shape compared to the closed tooth. We are gonna test on the model, shape it as we prefer, screw it, and check directly in mouth. At this point, we are going to realize with the wax up the crown. In this case, we did in lithium silicate because was easy and was proved the aesthetic result of the material. Shape it and then process it with the normal press oven. Taste it in the mouth, and at this point we can start to shape the gingival contour. We can manage the emergence already in this moment. After all, we can make we can layering a ceramic. Is not the theme of this conference, but we have to pay really attention to layering these ceramics, because this central is an aesthetic zone, and we have to care about this. It's really important. This is the final result. We can see that in this with this kind of abutment and crown, we can manage really well the shape of the tooth. Seems to be a good result, and the patient was satisfied. In this slide, we can appreciate really well the zenith managed by the crown and custom abutment in zirconia. Another way to do this, and these are close to the new tendency and to the new way to restore tooth. We have a scan abutment that we can put in the mouth. In this case, the difference between the traditional way is that the design of abutment is made on a computer, is digital, and I'm not very fan of this technique because I cannot manage personally, and I cannot have the good feedback that I have with the analogic workshop. But we can start always with a normal workshop, and then put on the same digital design. In this way, we do not scan this scan body, but we took an impression, and they scanned our model. but the principle is the same. We received the abutment, and we can see with this technique the design under the shoulder, and that going in contact with the tissue is really straight. Don't have any kind of design, because with the digital design is more difficult to control the emergence, because we can't read under the tissue. We tasted it in mouth. At this point, we built a ceramic crown. Even in this case, it was a lithium silicate. I'm a fan of lithium silicate. More easy for me to work. And at the end, this was the final work. What is good in this kind of technique is that we can manage, if we have a material, we can manage directly in the mouth the emergence and correct with some the shape, just to reach the best result that we can. Of course, color and shape are really important, even without color, the shape. Another case similar, and this was the one that is not recommended in this moment, was the internal connection totally in zirconia with the shoulder. Of course, I cross the finger because it's still there. And this was our the same procedure with a scan abutment, abutment made with digital design and made from a milling center. Arrive, we are gonna modify something in the shape to reach a good gum design. Put on the lab abutment, the lab simulator. Okay, built the ceramic and put in the mouth. Even in this case, we have with this kind of abutment, we can manage and give the correct design to the crown. Okay. Now we are gonna talk about a case made with a different kind of T-base. This T-base is made to manage all the work in with lithium silicate totally. It's a special kind of abutment created to give us the possibility to make in easy time and easy passages a good result with some future respected of this. We have this abutment in that can be chosen two highness. We can see the line that represent the minimum highness that we can have. We can cut there, not more deep than this. We can have we have something that replicate this shape that we can process with lithium silicate. Like I said, always we start from a workshop. This was an analogic workshop, and with the mask we can control in a construction our structure. In this case was a micro layering ceramics. We layered only the enamel just to give more structure and resistance to this, and it was chosen to do it totally in lithium silicate. We made the test in the mouth, then layering with all the effects, and then cemented with cement. We can see in X-ray the fitness of this crown, and it was easily to do without with the respect of all the characteristic features of this abutment. Another case was made in a monolithic, always made with this kind of T-base. It was completely in lithium silicate, works up, duplicate the works up with this special cannula, and processed with lithium silicate, stained on, and then put in the mouth, easy and faster. And now we're gonna see one of these keys made with the special this particularly T-base abutment impression. We did realize the model, then walks up totally, put this special connection that make easy our maintenance of the feet. Is calcinable. This one we can see here on the left the line that give us the stop. We cannot go under this line to be sure that the resistance of the abutment is guaranteed. Completed the works up. We can see the plastic that fit very, very well. This consider this piece processed by the press oven, and then tested in on the model and in the mouth. After this, we are layering with some effect, and what's important is that we can shape the contour of the emergence to give a natural aspect of this ceramic. Tasting in the mouth, and then we can appreciate the rounded shape that will give more life to our tissue. After this, we are gonna cement with this with the respect of the protocol recommended, and using the cement, the vitreonumeric cement. At the end, put in the mouth, and it looks like a natural tooth. The emergence looks very, very natural. Another case that we can make with this kind of abutment, aesthetic abutment, starting from the beginning. We had in this case the 21 that has to be extracted, and we can manage this kind of restoration from the beginning with a guide, and that become a temporary. In this case, like always, we start from a walks-up, design the shape and the emergence. Then we transform that in a temporary, and this temporary will be stopped in a guide that will be used by the dentist as a screw guide to put the implant. The dentist put the implant in the right position with this guide, and afterwards use the same guide as a temporary, immediate temporary crown. After this, we wait for the healing, took the impression, restart with the walks up, totally walks up, screw channel, design the correct emergence, and scan it to produce the shape that we designed by wax, we designed by the temporary. At this point, we will receive a zirconia core that we can put as a test in the mouth, reshape the contour, and start to layering. After all, we end this ceramic, put in the mouth, and we can control another time the shape, the emergence, even the aesthetic and characteristic of layering. Another good case is in choosing this kind of abutment is this. This was the initial situation, and in this case we have a bone problem, because he has lost a lot of bone and gum. Start like always in with the workshop, then send the workshop to the mailing center, and we can appreciate in this slide that the workshop scanned shows really natural shape in emergency, even if in distal papilla we have lost a lot of it. After this, create the crown and the crown abutment in zirconia, and in this way, I repeat, we can manage the emergence profile properly. That's the what we helps to create a natural aspect, a natural emergence in durability and durability of the soft tissue around this restoration. We're going to make to try make a try in the mouth, and then after layering we are gonna finish and cement directly, cement the crown and screw the abutment. Another case, I think it was the last case, initial situation, impression, develop the model, create an abutment shaped on the workshop, layering ceramic, in this case was lithium silicate, testing and shape the abutment as we prefer and as we like, and then make the final crown with all characteristic. In using this kind of abutment, it's easy. The only thing is to have the knowledge of all the system are on the market and which is suitable case by case, because we have a lot on the market of solution. The only things that we have to do is to know all characteristic and all features of these products and choose time by time for which is the best for our work. I think that was all. I want to thank you for your attention.